don't we head down to Daytona right now and say hello to Ryan, who starts 7th today. Ryan, you've been so close in this race. You finished second twice. So you know how to manage the 500 miles. You know how to be there at the very end of this race. So do you go into it with a game plan, or do you just kind of see what happens and adapt?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both, really. I feel like you have to have some kind of a game plan when you come here. And but the difficult part about that is sometimes, most of the time, your game plan doesn't go well. It doesn't go right, and you have to learn to adapt and adjust and on the fly. And so you have to just be kind of open-minded as well, but you also need to have a plan too. So best thing we do is just try to find your teammates, try to work with them all day. And not only your Penske and Wood Brothers teammate, but all the Fords as well. We try to just search for each other all day and try to find each other, early enough in the race to where we could stick with each other all race and try to get as many of us to the end as possible.
So Ryan, today we're going to see a lot more cars on the racetrack than we've seen all week long. We've got a full field out there. Kind of want to know, and for me, I kind of knew how a Thursday would go to a Sunday. I kind of had that feel. I knew what it was going to feel like. How do you think it's going to feel today, obviously, with this next-gen car?
Yeah, I thought Thursday night was really good to learn a bunch of stuff about this car. How it drives, how it drafts. The timing aspect of it is a lot different, from making your block to another lane. So the drivers and the spotters have to kind of get used to that. So that was interesting to see. So it's just tough. Thursday night, it was pretty cool. The track was, there's no sun on it. There's half the field. I feel like your car is going to handle a lot worse today than what it did on Thursday, just because there's more cars, the sun is baking on the racetrack, and handling is going to come more into play, at least early in the race. Maybe it'll cool off a little bit later, but that's one of the biggest things is I think your handling is going to become more of a factor today in the 500. It usually does with all the other cars in it. So a lot of it we've learned Thursday night, but the other half we'll still be learning all day today and try to figure it out as we go.
Ryan, 2017 through 2020, you were getting that one win a year. I mean, you had fast cars on a lot of occasions. You'd make the playoffs, but then you go back to last year, as Shannon mentioned, 3 wins. You were the only driver at Team Penske, the only Ford driver to have multiple wins. I know you want more. I know you want to get to that championship 4, but do you look at 2021 as a breakout year for Ryan Blaney?
I think, definitely when you have a better year, when you have your best year that, you have, I think you can state it as a breakout year. And it was a good year. I mean, I had a lot of fun. It was Todd Gordon's last year as a crew chief. So really wanted to do well for him. And we executed really well at the end of some races, which got us the 3 wins. And super cool winning here in the night race last year, the 400. So I think it was good to learn from the things we needed to improve on from previous years and apply that to 2021. And so you just kind of try to do the same thing this year. You try to, okay, what did we do good last year? What did we have to do better at? And let's work on those things and try to apply them to this year. That's just kind of a yearly cycle, and I feel like we made a big jump from 2020 to 2021 and just hope to make, an even bigger jump this year. That's really all you can do is try to improve on the things that you can figure out what you want to get better at.
Well, Ryan, you figured out every year how to get a little bit better, and you're getting pretty good at this new crew chief thing. So you've got a new car, new crew chief coming into this season, but a lot of momentum from last year, and the Fords are really fast. So do you show up kind of feeling like you're a guy to beat every week this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great to work with Jonathan Hassler, my new crew chief. It's been awesome to have testing again. We've been able to test this next-gen car a handful of times in the off-season, so it was nice to be able to work with each other, kind of get your communication down, your language, down with each other, and just figure out who they are, at the track and what changes they like to make. And he figure out, okay, what did I like in a race car, early on in the off season. So I'm really looking forward to it. We've been super fast every time I've got behind the wheel of this 12 car so far in the off season. But, once the year gets started, it's a lot different. But I just can't wait. I really like working with Jonathan. He's a great guy, and he's really hungry to want to succeed in the sport. And everyone on this 12 car is too. So hopefully we can get it started today. Appreciate Menards and Ford for what they're doing, and be nice to get victory lane. I've run second here twice, so it'd be cool to finish one off.
Hey race fans, thanks for watching our video. For all NASCAR on Fox News, content, and the best clips from Fox Sports, be sure to follow and subscribe to our channel.